Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and it's my pleasure to speak to you all today. I'm delighted to be here at Innovate Finance's first FinTech Growth Forum. I am pleased to welcome you all to the City of London, or as we call it, the Square Mile, which we find ourselves in today. And as an Alderman, and as just having been introduced also as Sheriff, which I am, and I'm sorry I don't have my gun and badge with me, but you'd be interested to know that the collective noun for sheriffs is a posse of sheriffs. So, anyway, I represent the City of London Corporation, and as some of you will know, the corporation is responsible for sustaining the city's vital role as the international hub for the UK-based financial and related professional services industry, firmly establishing London as a world-class and preeminent global financial centre, combining the twin clusters and depth in experience in both technological and financial services expertise. Having worked in finance for most of my career, and also having travelled overseas this year with the current Lord Mayor of the City of London, I know firsthand that there are many hubs around the world that have the potential to lead in either financial services or tech, respectively. However, I firmly believe that there is nowhere else comparable to London where the tech and the fin so expertly combine to deliver a unique package for our businesses and benefits for all our communities. Plus, there is also the added advantage of living in such a culturally vibrant and exciting city. Last week's Global Financial Centres Index figures, which you may have seen, confirm London's dominant position as the world's leading centre for financial services, racing ahead of New York and Singapore. This position, despite the challenges of Brexit, is due in part to the resilience of the sector and continued growth of FinTech, maintaining the UK's position as the home of global FinTech. That growth is dependent on a number of advantages that set the UK apart from other international hubs, who, for the time being at least, find themselves lagging behind us. The first is our regulatory environment, backed by policymakers and politicians who understand the value of innovation within the financial services sector and have thus encouraged and enabled this ecosystem to thrive. The second is capital. The tech sector, in London in particular, has for a number of years now benefited from being so uniquely placed, even in terms of immediate geography, alongside the world's leading hub for financial and professional advisory services. This has no doubt benefited those businesses that have succeeded in securing funding in the past. The challenge now is how do we maintain and sustain the ability to raise patient capital for FinTech businesses across the UK. Businesses seeking to do so will find it harder in the future unless we can create new and innovative ways of providing an efficient infrastructure for funding, which benefits not only those businesses rubbing shoulders with potential funders here in London, but businesses looking to scale across the UK, and crucially, an infrastructure for capital which is attractive to private investment. That's why we are encouraged by the government's approach to this topic, with its recent patient capital review launched in the spirit of inventive thinking by policymakers for how we best secure flows of capital for scaling businesses. The third is talent. Perhaps the most important asset for any successful business is your ability to hire the right people to meet your skill requirements. The challenge here, of course, is FinTech is in a global marketplace, as is the international talent pool. The city has for many years depended on access to the unique skills in that talent pool to thrive. Without those skills, innovation can disappear and the wider workforce is disadvantaged. Immigration policies can help, but they can also hinder access. So it is absolutely vital we engage with government to be sure they avoid any unintentional consequences impacting on the continued growth of our businesses. Growth is also dependent on recognising opportunity in the market for future products and services. As such, the City of London Corporation believes FinTech is an integral process for our industry and an ongoing technological evolution across all of financial services. The latest iteration or another chapter in the narrative around innovation for which our city is famous, which began hundreds of years ago and continues at a pace today. Conversations around opportunities for growth in financial services in 2017 are increasingly focused on the benefits of artificial intelligence, the latest implications for an application of blockchain technology, and the emergence of businesses which classify themselves as leaders disintermediating in insurtech or regtech. These conversations are hugely important as they further cement our reputation as a nation for technological innovation in finance. All this activity also supports the notion of the UK as a place where businesses grow by gaining access to international markets, finance, professional services, and policymakers. And I believe FinTech has prospered owing to the strength of London as such a positive cluster of activity. We at the City of London Corporation also believe the value of FinTech is in how it not only underpins our financial services, but also how it is evolving in support of our economy and society at large, connecting with potential consumers and those disenfranchised from our economy, thus underscoring a fairer, more transparent and inclusive economy for the 21st century. Here in the UK, we are taking significant strides to lead on these themes, advances which will not only benefit our economy, but will also benefit the economies of our global trading partners, creating international opportunities for our UK businesses seeking to scale their growth and activities in overseas markets. The City of London Corporation clearly understands, after a mere existence of 800 plus years, that you don't succeed simply by standing still. The keys to continued growth and success must lie in evolution, rising to the opportunities and working to resolve the challenges we face. Rather than rest on our laurels, we believe the financial services industry cannot make assumptions that such positive success is a norm. Our financial services industry needs to embrace both the challenge of tech and the opportunities in collaborating with new companies and embracing fresh thinking. As I found when travelling with the Lord Mayor, particularly in markets such as China, the UK's stock stands extremely high overseas. And I have little doubt that our resourcefulness in developing future products and services and their application will enable the UK to remain a much lauded centre for growth and innovation in the years to come. Ladies and gentlemen, the City of London is committed to meeting this need in every way we can. We are committed to ensuring that FinTech receives the support it deserves, whether it is through our work with the UK government, the EU institutions, or other governments and international bodies overseas, or through our direct support for organisations such as Innovate Finance. We will address the rising challenges to growth and see the job done. On that note, may I offer my thanks to Charlotte and the team at Innovate Finance, who we are thrilled are now also located in the Square Mile, and to all participants involved today, and may I wish you, the audience, every success in your businesses. Thank you.